I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Huh?
What have you got for sale?
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Watch what you're doing!
Hi there.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look. Aye.
What do you need?
Yes? If it's a duel you seek, stranger, then I suggest you leave. I am not here to fulfill your desire for pain, or free you from your wretched existence. At least, not today. Ah, yes, and what, pray tell, do you wish to converse about, hmm? Politics, religion, my two favorite subjects. Perhaps you wish to discuss both. How delightful. But why bother with the foreplay? You seek vengeance for your loved ones, that's why you want to talk. That's why everyone wants to talk. Well, you are too late. I am no longer a Thalmor. The clothes are just that. Clothes. I will not discard a perfectly adequate robe. A peculiar position to take, seeing that I have no side to speak of. If you are with the Thalmor, then I am no longer with you. If you are an enemy of the Thalmor, then I am no longer against you. Regardless, we are in no way in league with each other. It is a rather simple matter. I disobeyed a direct order from my superior. I was stationed in Markarth with 2 others. We were investigating a family that kept abnormal hours, staying up well past midnight. Unfortunately, myself and one of the other justiciars got into an argument over the children. The fool thought they were innocent. They were future rebels. The moment we arrested their parents, they would forever despise us. The wisest course was to execute them. The issue was made irrelevant, however, when the entire family was found murdered. That is insignificant. The family was dead, and no longer worshipped Talos. Moreover, by letting a murderer run amok, we prevented the family from becoming martyrs. There was just one problem. Everyone assumed I was the murderer. It didn't help that I've been a rather vocal proponent of mass execution. So we decided it was best to use this perception to our advantage. Now, I never confessed to the crime, but I was stripped of my rank and exiled. This gave the perception that justice was served. The only thing I know is the person was quite efficient and extremely disturbed. The rest would be mere speculation. Ondolamar estimated that Talos worship would decrease by 1/3 in the wake of the murders. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't doubt his calculation. Of course. The Thalmor are not the Empire. We do not share their frothing obsession with bureaucracy. Talk to them and you'll see. Find a soldier and ask him to file a report. Then watch as his mouth becomes a pond of saliva. Although, I suggest you don a helmet in advance. One of those dwarven ones, lest his response shower your cheek. We are the first people, mortals fashioned in the mold of the divines. We don't have to respect anyone save ourselves. That is the whole point for this war, to put everyone in their rightful place. Rest assured, there will be no attempts made upon your drink. All we ask is that you acknowledge the truth. It is a temporary escape. I do not plan on remaining in this hovel of a kingdom beyond the next season. My plan is to return to the Somerset Isle after doing a little sightseeing. Yes, I have noticed. Dead man's drink. Grave concoctions. How quaint. The humor does not extend to the barracks or the cemetery, however. I find it counterproductive, considering that is where it is needed most. They are tolerant because they are afraid. As for the Jarl, it matters not whether Sitgir or Dengir is in charge.
Why is that?
Because when two buffoons of equally damaged minds vie for a throne, the reasonable citizens lose interest in the process. As such, more voice is given to the fools. And with fools in charge, the law becomes meaningless. Here, power makes the rules. They are not organized. There are only the occasional challenges, brought forth by those emboldened by drink. I usually deflect their taunts and tell them to return in the morning when they have sobered. None ever do. There's nothing to tell. They act brave and fight poorly. The last one who challenged me was too busy rattling off the names of the relatives I had supposedly extinguished to even bother raising his shield. I think he was fumbling through what must have been a small army of second cousins when I set his weapon on fire. Yes, and this is after I told him I was no longer a justiciar. But he was a rather stubborn Nord. All right, then. What do you want? Very well. What do you want?
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll
This
send
is an
someone
ode to
over.
Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler.
We drink to our youth, to days come and gone.
Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler. We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arcade? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul.
I'd be honored.
Thank you.
Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
All right, then.
But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Well met. Unlike my brother, I've no dislike of strangers. Met lots of them while I was a Stormcloak. You're a Stormcloak. I was once, but not anymore. I was wounded in a skirmish up near Windhelm. This was years ago, mind you. Now maybe I don't pick up a blade in Ulfric's name no more, but I still hold with his ideals. Skyrim is Nordland, and we ought to rule it. We don't need no help from the Empire on that count. You mentioned a brother. Who is he? His name's Bolin. He's the one who works the lumber mill down by the river. If you meet him, don't expect much in the way of conversation. He ain't one for talking, especially with folk he don't know. Be seeing you, stranger.
Show respect while you're here, and you and I will be fine. Aye.
What?
What can I do for you?
Yes. Until next time.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look. Until next time.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding
What
to
can I do for
Whiterun
you?
from old Rorikstead.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles
I
and
escaped
gold he
fighting in
had
Cyrodiil,
made.
only to have it track me down again in Skyrim.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed."
Here, take a
So
look at
then
this.
Came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was
Here,
boastful no
take a look at this.
more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
Short bones, handsome man in Falkreath. A strong drink will chase off that chill in the air. All right, then.
The god Arche was once like us, bound to winding mortality. But he willingly gave up this existence, that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
Kust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine. Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble. Life is far too short, my friend. Don't waste it. The number of graves in this cemetery never decreases. I am. I came into Arche's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return.
I'll do it.
Blessing of Arche to you for your help. War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand in our cemetery to see that.
Do you tend this graveyard alone?
Oh, merciful Arche, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Kust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest.
We'll all meet Arche sooner or later. Best to enjoy the time we've got.
A sad time. Of course.
Is this place always so gloomy?
Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arche's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way.
Who died?
Our daughter. Our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter.
How did she die?
He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury.
Who did this?
Sinding. Came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this?
Why does the town have such a large cemetery?
The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim. I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
I fear the night, because the werewolves and... Trouble? Until next time.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.